Aloha, love. Darlin Brown here, tuning in live from Houston, Texas. Grand morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're tuning in from. I had some technical difficulties yesterday. Oh my gosh, don't we just all love technology? I truly appreciate your patience and that you're coming back to watch the replay of this recording. Please comment replay so I can see you and shout you out. Did you know that when you comment on a post, you allow that post to pop up on the top of that news feed like it's brand new? And that helps each other, each one of us to share our message of inspiration. And that's such a great way to encourage others to support your business for the free. So once again, I am Darlin Brown. I'm your Agape Aloha harmonizer who blends the power of unconditional love and the spirit of aloha to align hearts, minds, and frequencies for divine transformation. I am thrilled to be with all of you, empowering bosses, creating empires. Woohoo! I mean, how can we not be excited about that? There's so many great things to look forward to and connections to be made as we lock arms and grow together. So thank you, Michelle Pexzesny, for all you do. And I appreciate this opportunity to be a part of your second annual Empowerment Summit. Y'all, I know you've seen all the speakers yesterday. I mean, Michelle has a lineup for us that she's coordinated all week. Have you seen the lineup? It is awesome. So everyone, please light up the chat for Michelle. Michelle, I'm so grateful for you. So today I will be discussing success starts within. Know your value. You are worthy. Before we dive in, first some fun facts about me. I know it's like, who is this chick on stage, right? So I know it looks like a lot, but hey, aren't we all? I was born in San Diego, California, lived in the Philippines, Hawaii, Louisiana, Jamaica, and now residing in Houston, Texas. I am Hawaiian and Filipina. And yes, I can hula and I like to sing. I also am a believer, so it will come out in my dialogue. And while I deeply believe in the amazing power of God and would love for everyone to experience his love, I also respect that each person is on their own unique journey. So all I can do is share my own experiences and testimonies, hoping that they inspire you and let it in a way that it resonates with your own heart. So please filter and insert the words that will align with your own beliefs, as my intentions are not to impose, but to inspire. I'm also a mompreneur who believes to achieve wealth, we need multiple streams of income. Hence, I'm also a brand ambassador. I'm intrigued by humanity and culture. I'm currently practicing living intentionally and consistent, especially when it comes to like my fitness, my hydration and nutrition, because I am a foodie. I'm a sucker for pastries and chocolate and ice cream. I married my high school sweetheart, which we celebrated 29 years in April. We have 4 children, 2 boys and 2 girls, ranging from 27 to our youngest, who is 11. I was raised to go to school, get a good job, marry, create a home and have a family. So right out of high school, I thought I was living the dream, and I followed my husband around in his military career with no real purpose in my life. But thankfully, this provided an extensive portfolio for myself where I have experience in customer service and sales management, reservations, events, project management, and even mail delivery. I love God's ordained relationships, Christian rap and R&B, healing frequencies, and to travel. I am currently completing my book entitled You Are Worthy, and I offer course and coaching programs and have future aspirations of a podcast and TV show. I'm on a journey of philanthropy, And I aim to be able to financially support those in need and to invest in their dreams. I inspire self-worth as I know this topic very well. As I struggled, with balancing expectations, beliefs in myself and addiction, physical and mental ailments, and so much more. So what I'm going to share, you may not know, and if you do know and have heard these principles before, I hope it's a great reminder to reconnect with your joy and creativity to help support your life and your business or the people you serve. So let's dive in. Success starts within. Everyone's definition of success is unique. And because of this, we have to be mindful not to get stuck and compare ourselves with another, or how they say, keeping up with the Joneses. Success is within you. It's not just something you chase. It's something you cultivate from the inside out. Being with all of you bosses, I feel like I'm preaching to the choir. And at the same time, I hope what I share today reminds you of who you were when you started your entrepreneurship journey to create that momentum to reignite, your business. Or may it be great to share with the others that you are leading. So here are some powerful points to consider when it comes to success. Mindset is everything. Your thoughts and your beliefs shape your reality. When you believe you are capable, resilient, and worthy, you approach challenges differently. Self-belief is the first step to success. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Henry Ford. Success is an inside job. When you nurture your inner world, your outer world begins to reflect it. An entrepreneurial mindset is success in itself. Why, are you asking? Well, because success is more than just achieving external milestones. It's a way of thinking, being, and showing up in the world. Seeing a problem and daring to create a solution, even if no one else believes in you, is a form of success. Problem solvers are leaders, change makers, and trailblazers. And entrepreneurs take action despite of fear, because fear is inevitable, but entrepreneurs learn to act anyway. That willingness to step into the unknown, make decisions, and take risks is a success in itself. And Jack Canfield wrote, "Everything you want is on the other side of fear." Purpose and passion can drive you. Success feels meaningful when you align it with your values and your purpose. When you connect with what truly matters to you, you're more motivated, committed, and persistent. Faith in yourself, in God, in a higher power creates a sense of hope and purpose. It helps you see beyond those obstacles and trust the process. Entrepreneurs, they dream big. They see possibilities even before they exist. That ability to envision a future and take steps towards it is a skill not everyone has. It's powerful and valuable. Faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase. Martin Luther King Jr. Loving and accepting yourself. Believing in your vision, even when others doubt you, requires deep self-worth and courage. That inner confidence is the foundation of sustainable success. Trusting your intuition and your inner wisdom is a form of self-leadership. When you learn to quiet the noise of doubt and listen to your instincts, you make decisions that are true to you. So when you see your worth, flaws and all, and you stop seeking validation outside of yourself, you define success on your own terms instead of living for someone else's version. Resilience and grit. Having the courage to start something from scratch, face rejection, and handle uncertainty and still keep going is a huge win. The ability to stay committed when things are tough is a mark of success because life's going to test you. You're, with setbacks and failures and doubt, but success lies in your ability to rise again. And resilience is the bridge between challenges and achievements. And consistency is key. So success doesn't just happen overnight. It's built through those small, intentional actions taken daily. And Winston Churchill wrote, success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. A growth-oriented perspective. Entrepreneurs see challenges as opportunities, not obstacles. They fail forward, learn from mistakes, and keep evolving. That's a successful mindset right there. When you commit to growth, you make changes that align with your vision. And as we learn, we are sometimes held accountable for our imperfections, which can often sting. And most people are pointing their finger, blaming someone else. And did you know that when you point your finger, there are three fingers actually pointing back to you? I hope you can see that. So I use this mind shift on my children, and I encourage you to face that man in the mirror when you're pointing at others and instead say three things to yourself where you could have had made the situation better. And I've learned if feedback is provided and if you find yourself triggered, then that means there's more healing that needs to be checked into there. So go within and figure out why. Because it's an entire different perspective when you seek wisdom. The gems and seeds you gather, you trust are divinely sent. And you believe that everything that comes to you with purpose and are of good intention, where you're able to filter which does not belong to you and which will serve you for the greater good. Finally, embracing gratitude and abundance. With this mindset, you can recognize your wins, no matter how small they are, which fuels confidence. An abundant mindset sees possibilities, not limitations. When you believe there's enough success for everyone, you stop comparing and start celebrating. Successful entrepreneurs think abundantly. They see resources, opportunities, and potential everywhere. That mindset is key to creating more. Success is not just a destination. It's a journey. So if you have that heart, grit, and mindset of an entrepreneur, you're already successful, whether or not you have seen the results fully manifested yet. Know your value. Your value isn't determined by external factors like achievements, wealth, or approval. It's something that exists within you because simply you are. But I get it. Sometimes it can be hard to truly see and believe in your own worth. So here are some ways to determine and embrace your value from the inside out. Reflect on your impact. Think about how you show up in the lives of others. Whom have you helped, supported, or inspired? Your impact to your ability to impact, uplift, or even make someone smile is a testament of your value. Ask yourself, who benefits from my presence? How have I made someone's day better? And recognize your unique gifts. What are your strengths, talents, and skills? The things that come naturally to you are your gifts, and not everyone has them. Your ability to learn, create, problem solve, or bring humor is valuable. Assess your integrity and your character, your values, your morals, your integrity are all part of your worth. Are you honest, compassionate, hardworking? Do you strive to do the right thing, even when it's hard, even when no one's looking? That matters. Consider, how do I stay true to myself? And make a list of those skills and your qualities. What do you stand for? Ask your loved ones what they see in you. You might be surprised. And honor your story. Every good or bad experience has shaped you and given you a perspective that no one else has. Your struggles, your victories, your growth, these make you valuable and relatable. So what have you survived? What excites you? Reflect on, what have I overcome that has made me stronger? What lessons do I carry that I can share with others? And assess and measure. Measure by who you are, not just what you do. Your worth is not solely in your production and your accomplishments. You are valuable because of your being, not just by your doing. Instead of asking, what have I done today? Ask yourself, who was I today? Embrace self-love and acceptance. Your value is not something you earn. It's something that you acknowledge. When you accept yourself, again, flaws and all, you stop waiting for others to validate you. Affirm out loud, write it down, and say to yourself, I am valuable because I am. I don't need to prove my worth to anyone, including myself. You are worthy because before you were born, there was a moment when millions of sperm were racing towards that one single egg. And against all odds, out of millions of potential outcomes, you were the one who made it. That means from the very beginning, you were designed to overcome, to persevere, and to have a purpose. The fact that you are here uniquely and intentionally created is proof of your inherent worth. The Creator does not create anything without purpose. As Psalm 139:14 says, I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your worth is not determined by your achievements, titles, or circumstances. You are worthy simply because you exist. You don't need to justify or convince anyone. That same power that created the universe chose for you to be here right now with all your gifts, your dreams, and your purpose. And in business and in life, remember that your presence alone is a testament to the potential within you. You were created for impact, influence, and purpose. Believe in that truth because it's not just an idea, it's a divine purpose. So now that we have been reminded of who we are and how we have everything we need right here within, let's take a moment to breathe. As we're doing all the things and we're checking off all the tasks, we know we're breathing. The question is, are you intentionally breathing, or are we breathing in fight or flight mode? When's the last time that you intentionally took deep, mindful breaths? So this exercise is going to sound like this. We're going to breathe in for 4, hold it for 4, and then breathe out for 4. And I'd like you to do this 3 times. You can close your eyes, scan your body, feel where that tension is. You can stretch your neck, stretch out your back. And as you breathe out, imagine yourself releasing the tension. Okay? Are you all ready? So let's inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 2, and release. Again, inhale. Last one, best one. Inhale. Great job. How does that feel? Oh my gosh, I know I needed that. Put some hearts in the chat if you're feeling a bit revived. Now putting what we learned into action because we're all dancing the entrepreneur juggle. I call this the entrepreneurial, use my words, darling. I call this the entrepreneur juggle because that's what it is. Whether we're dealing with the responsibilities of our corporate jobs, trying to raise good humans, or managing household tasks, as we build our own businesses. We're also battling internal struggles and lack of support from our loved ones, which can amplify burnout. And sometimes entrepreneurship gets lonely because in a world of 8 billion people, remember, we're the 1% doing the work. So that is why it's so important to have communities like empowering bosses, building empires, because we're in the trenches together. We're figuring it out as we go and we're lending a hand when needed. We know what it feels like to have imposter syndrome, where we think we're not enough, whether it's not a good enough parent or spouse, employee, or entrepreneur. Imposter syndrome is prevalent, among entrepreneurs. When study shows that 84% of entrepreneurs experience self-doubt at some point, they wonder, who am I to do this? What if I fail and I prove my doubts right? So you're not alone. These thoughts, though, they lead to hesitation, procrastination, and exhaustion. Many inspiring entrepreneurs feel like they need more education, certifications, or experience before they can be successful. A report from Kajabi found that 62% of aspiring entrepreneurs don't start their business because they feel like they don't know enough. And 52% believe they need formal credentials before they can charge for their expertise. So this leads to over consuming information without taking action, further increasing frustration and burnout. So who here has felt stuck between learning, planning, and taking action? I mean, I know I can relate being stuck in learning mode for sure. And then what about that overwhelm of figuring out like the business models and marketing strategies, social media visibility, finances, and taxes? Now, this can all cause decision fatigue, which leads to further delay in taking action in fear of doing it all wrong. And one of the hardest challenges entrepreneurs face is family not supporting their dreams because it's not the safe path, I mean, many relatives only understand the security of the 9 to 5 job. They don't see the vision and they fear change. Studies show that only 32% of small business owners feel supported by their families, making the journey lonelier and emotionally draining. And all this creates a perfect storm for burnout. Many quit before they even begin, not because they're not capable, but because they're drained mentally, emotionally, and physically. But the good news, everything is figure outable. Maria Forleo. Entrepreneurs who push back and pass these blocks by learning to trust themselves, taking those small, messy action steps, surrounding themselves by like-minded, supportive people, they end up thriving and breaking free from the cycle of burnout. So does this resonate with you? Have you faced these kind of struggles? Put some fire in the chat if you can relate. And I'm going to give you some tools to help with this juggle. I believe in a holistic approach. to create balance in life, starting with overall wellness. When all aspects of your life are aligned and nurtured, you feel more energetic, happier, and better able to handle challenges. It leads to a greater fulfillment and resilience and a sense of purpose, ultimately contributing to even long-term health and overall well-being. And key factors in overall wellness are physical fitness, nutrition, and mental awareness. And y'all, I never used to exercise. Okay. Like my various jobs had me on my feet, walking a million steps a day, which I called my exercise. Coffee and cigarettes were my breakfast for years. I ate what I wanted, when I wanted, and eventually all that caught up with me to where I could feel it physically. I was struggling. I was exhausted. I felt out of breath and I felt like literally my stomach entered the room before I did. And at the end of the day, I just wanted stamina and endurance to be able to keep up with my future children's children. Plus, with the legacy that I'm working to build, while achieving all these goals and checking off all the tasks are important, it's essential to consider what is the value of success if it comes at the cost of our health and well-being. If we're not well enough to enjoy the fruits of our labor or to be present with those who we care about, are we really thriving? Success should not just be about what we accomplish, but it's also about sustaining ourselves to fully experience it. So with physical fitness comes nutrition because we got to eat right. Y'all, you don't want me to get started on the toxic world that we live in. I mean, it's in our food, in our water, the air that we breathe, our skincare, and so much more. That's going to have to be a presentation for another day. So, and another topic, oh my gosh, when we talk about as we age, how we produce less collagen, melatonin, and HGH, oh my gosh, everything just declines, even our functions and our abilities, like our metabolism and our bone density, cognitive function and our immune system, cell regeneration, and so much more. So it's important to see our doctors and our dentists on a regular basis and to take our supplements and vitamins. And y'all, I'm not the expert on any of these. And so that's why I've hired coaches and work with companies for this. And lastly, for overall wellness is that mental awareness. This is crucial in managing stress and avoiding burnout and maintaining focus. Most of us weren't taught about emotional intelligence or how to have coping skills, and life be life. It's important to know that mental awareness supports our overall wellness with our mind as it fosters positive thought patterns and self-acceptance and creativity, and with our body where it reduces the impact of stress and supporting our overall health, and with our spirits, deepening that connection to faith, values, and a sense of purpose. And even in our relationships, where it cultivates empathy and patience and deeper connections with others. My most favorite practice in mental awareness is gratitude. Because when practicing gratitude, you're immediately brought back to your present moment right here and right now, focusing on like exactly what you have. So, we can look around right now and we can be thankful for our breath, sharing this moment, being alive, feeling supported, loved, encouraged, inspired, grateful for the fuel that we'll be receiving at this week's summit, for our relationships and our patient family who continue to wait for us with their loving support. I could just go on and on. I recently learned an exercise to write down 10 things that you're grateful for, creating 5 things you already have, and then 5 things that you're claiming into existence so that you can start embodying the feelings that come with that truth. And that prompt is, I'm so happy and grateful now that, and then you insert your gratitude there. I love upgrading and creating play on words. While growing through a training a few years ago, my soul sisters and brothers upgraded personal development to soul development. Who knew this was a real actual thing? So, are you thinking, what's the difference, darling? Well, if you're not, I'm still going to tell you. Personal development is external and practical. It's dealing with tangible skills and knowledge and achievements, which often involves setting and achieving specific goals. Whereas soul development is internal and spiritual, focused on self awareness, emotional healing, and connecting with your deeper essence. It's more about self discovery and alignment, understanding your purpose, finding inner peace, and having inner transformation, healing, and expanding your consciousness. While personal development and soul development are distinct, they're also interconnected. So, personal development helps you improve practical aspects of your life, while soul development nurtures your deeper spiritual needs. And both paths can enhance your overall well being and create a more balanced and fulfilling life. Faith and spirituality are powerful components of a holistic approach to life and business because they can provide the foundation for meaningful direction and resilience in all aspects. Faith and spirituality help individuals connect with something greater than themselves. The sense of purpose can guide decisions, actions, and goals, both in life and business. When you have a deep sense of what you're doing and why you're doing what you're doing, it aligns your efforts to make your work more meaningful. And this direction can foster a greater sense of satisfaction and fulfillment, both personally and professionally. In life and in business, setbacks are and challenges are inevitable. But with faith and spirituality, it offers a source of strength and resilience. And because during tough times, it can help you stay grounded, calm, focused, whether it's trusting that everything happens for a reason, or leaning on a prayer or meditation, or drawing from that inner wisdom. Spiritual beliefs can offer comfort and perspective needed to persevere. Faith and spirituality often provide a moral framework for life and business and creating ethical decisions, emphasizing on honesty, integrity, compassion. And these principles help guide business leaders in making choices that align with their values, building trust with their clients, and contribute positively to their community. So, what values are you leading by example? Also, spiritual practices like meditation and prayer and mindfulness, it encourages inner peace and emotional regulation, essential for both personal well-being and business success. That mindful breathing that we did earlier is one of the simplest yet most powerful practice you can do for your mind, body, and spirit. It can reduce stress and anxiety, increase self-awareness. It can boost your focus and your concentration. It can even lower your blood pressure, reduce that muscle tension, and it improves oxygen flow and heart health, supporting cell repair and energy. Mindful breathing can help manage pain by relaxing and releasing that tension. It also promotes spiritual connection. Breathing deeply and mindfully can help you feel you're connected to something greater, than yourself. It grounds you in the present moment where peace resides. Breath is the bridge which connects life to consciousness, which unites your body to your thoughts. Mindful breathing is a gift you can give yourself anytime, anywhere, and it costs nothing, but brings so much calm, clarity, connection. Faith and spirituality also promotes abundant mindsets, the idea that there is more than enough for everyone, which can counteract those feelings of having to compete or scarcity, replacing them with a belief in collaboration, generosity, and mutual growth. When faith and spirituality are integrated into business and life, there's a natural alignment between one's inner beliefs and external actions. And this alignment can lead to greater authenticity as individuals feel empowered to be true to themselves, their values, and their vision. And authenticity is key to build trust and foster loyalty and create a meaningful impact in business. Faith and spirituality are not just abstract concepts. They play a critical role in providing the strength, the clarity that's needed for direction in a balanced and fulfilling life and in business. Social and leisure. Are you always on? Are you taking sales or client calls 24/7, answering emails at all hours of the day and night? One powerful statement shared with me was, real leaders know when to turn it off. Are you creating those boundaries? Are you taking time to celebrate? They say celebrations are short-lived because once we reach our goal, we are quick and ready to start climbing the next mountain. Set clear work and life boundaries. Block time for yourself to rejuvenate. Create that time for your loved ones. Incorporating social and leisure activities into your life and business isn't about just having fun. It's a vital component of a holistic approach to well-being. These activities can boost mental and emotional well-being. It encourages relaxation and stress relief. It enhances your creativity and innovation. It strengthens relationships. It improves physical health and contributes to your mental clarity, all of which support a more balanced, productive, and fulfilling life. By prioritizing social connection and relaxation, you can maintain a healthy work-life balance, improve your focus and performance, and continue to grow both personally and professionally. And career and business play a significant role in a holistic approach because they are central to both personal fulfillment and financial well-being. However, they are not isolated from other aspects of life. They intertwine, with your physical, mental, and emotional and spiritual health. In a holistic approach, career and business are seen as vital contributors to overall well-being, purpose, and growth. Career and business provides financial stability, which fosters purpose and meaning. When you feel like your work has meaning, it positively impacts your sense of self-worth and overall well-being. It also supports personal and skill development, enhances your social and community engagement. A fulfilling career or successful business can have a positive impact on mental and emotional health. On the other hand, dissatisfaction with work can lead to stress, anxiety, and burnout. So by ensuring that your career or business aligns with your personal values, you can reduce your job-related stress and increase your satisfaction. and finances. Finances are a critical role to life and business because they impact nearly every aspect of our well being, from our physical health to our relationships, career satisfaction, and overall peace of mind. So, when viewed through a holistic lens, finances are not just about accumulating wealth, they are about creating stability, fulfilling your purpose and living in alignment with your values. Many people see money as a source of stress or fear or even guilt. However, in a holistic approach, money can be viewed as a tool, a resource that can be used intentionally to enhance your life, fulfill your purpose, and serve others. Just like any tool, money is most effective when used wisely and thoughtfully and with gratitude. Imagine your money as an army of soldiers. Each dollar has a purpose, a mission, a destination. And as you are the leader of this army, you have the power to direct your dollar where they will have the greatest impact, whether it's investing in your future, supporting your family, growing your business, or contributing to causes you believe in. Instead of letting money control you, you take control by assigning every dollar a purpose. This mindset encourages financial discipline and strategic decision making. When you see money as a resource to be managed rather than a source of stress, then you become more empowered to make decisions that align with your goals and your values. Being thankful for the money you have, regardless of the amount, cultivates a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. And gratitude will shift your perspective from what you lack to what you have, creating space for more opportunities and financial growth. Thanking God, the universe, your source, for the resources you receive builds a sense of trust and that your needs will be met. It also encourages the mindset of generosity where you feel confident in giving because you believe that there is always more to come. And because financial stress can lead to anxiety and depression, strained relationships, and health issues. So when finances are managed intentionally, it reduces stress and allows you to focus on other areas of your growth, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Financial freedom creates opportunities. It's a resource and personal and professional growth. Financial support or finances can support generosity and impact. It creates legacy and long-term vision. Financial awareness promotes empowerment, understanding your finances, your income, your expenses, investments, and goals empowers you to make informed decisions. You become proactive rather than reactive about your financial future. Money is a tool, not a master. And when you approach this holistically, finances are not about greed or materialism. They're about stewardship, intentionality, and gratitude. And just like any tool, money can build or break, help or hinder, depending how it's used. So by embracing a mindset that money is your army, you can direct it with purpose, creating the life of abundance, that impact and fulfillment. So think about how you're currently directing your army of soldiers. Are they serving your highest good and supporting your holistic well-being? And how can you adjust your financial approach to better align with your purpose, your values, and your overall wellness? Finally, we have faith with action. Here are 6 items to help you put faith into action. Clarity of vision. Get crystal clear about what you want. Write it down, visualize it, and be specific about your goal. When your vision is clear, your faith has a clear target. I challenge you to write down 50 things you want just for you. If money wasn't an option, what would you want to exist for you? What are those whispers of your divine heart? And ask yourself, why do you want those things? What are those feelings that come up for you? And ask yourself, who do I need to become to get those things? Allow yourself to be creative. And then create a wallpaper or desktop background so that you can see it every day throughout your day. Unshakable belief. Cultivate an unwavering belief that your dreams are possible for you and not just for others. Your desires are there for a reason, and they're part of your unique path. We all have the ability to be successful. So get rid of those limiting beliefs. Ask yourself, where does that come from? 3 core wounds are abandonment, betrayal, and unworthiness. Who told you that lie? And then release those ancestral habits, the pressure of others, their fear, their scarcity, or their lack, and break free from all those chains. Do not claim it. Speak your truth, rewrite your story, and write what you want to exist. You are worthy, and God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the called. Aligned action. Faith without action is wishful thinking. Take consistent, intentional steps towards your dreams. Even small actions create momentum and show God, the universe, or source that you're committed. Marcus Black shared with me, it is not our responsibility to know how we are going to get there. It's our responsibility to create. Besides, it's not about you. It's about the people you serve. Trust, surrender, take aligned action, and move forward. Resilience. Whew, the challenge, because there will be setbacks and moments of doubt. Stay rooted in your faith, adapt when necessary, and keep going. Your patience will be tested. Trust that delays are not denials. Take a positive perspective on situations, viewing challenges as learning opportunities. Practice regulating your emotions and expressing your feelings in appropriate and productive ways. Focusing on the things that you can control instead of dwelling on what you cannot change. It is our responsibility to control our minds and our energy. Find your people and surround yourself with support. Community and accountability can strengthen your faith and fuel your action. And empowering bosses building empires is one of your communities. Besides, we're all working on ourselves, right? And we're all serving others. So we're not meant to do life alone. Connect with like-minded individuals who believe in your vision and uplift you. Finally, daily affirmation and prayer. Speak life over your dreams daily. And I know sometimes it's easier said than done, but just like how you encourage others as you see their potential, shift that energy back towards you. Use affirmations and prayer, meditation, or journaling to stay connected to your vision and grounded in your faith. Ask yourself, what would the best version of you do every day? Or how would your best version of yourself talk to other people every day? How would that best version talk to yourself? Start with like affirmations like, I am confident. I am a great leader. And then when you're ready to take it to the next level and level up, affirm what you want to exist. Like, I am an international best-selling author, speaker, podcaster, TV show host, and philanthropist, inspiring self-worth through agape aloha. Remember that faith is the foundation, but action is the bridge that carries you towards your dreams. You've got this. And if you'd like to uncover more with me, I offer a course called the Executive Alignment. The Executive Alignment is a program, normally a 3-month course. However, I am offering a special specifically for the Empowerment Summit where I am doubling the time we work together to 6 months with no extra cost because I want you to move forward, balanced and aligned as a great, authentic leader as you are. I want to accelerate you forward, help you rediscover who you are to the core, which will propel you to who you are meant to be. So the first month, we'll go over mindset and clarity, rewriting limiting beliefs, overcoming imposter syndrome. We'll have stress management for high performers, which include breathwork and grounding exercises. We'll discuss time and energy mastery, aligning our schedules with our natural rhythms. In month 2, it's all about emotional resilience and money mindset, handling rejection and criticism, reframing that failure as feedback, and healing money blocks, which includes guided visualization for abundance, avoiding burnout and resting with purpose, where we will create a joy-filled schedule, and boundaries in business and in life, saying no without the guilt. Month 3 will go into leadership and visibility, activating that CEO mindset, magnetic branding and authentic marketing, aligning your message with your purpose, speaking and selling with confidence, delegation and scaling with ease, where we let go to grow. In our bonus month 4, we'll cover spiritual and energetic alignment, trusting divine timing in business, and where we'll practice surrendering and having intuition exercises, balancing hustle and flow, understanding the difference between the feminine versus masculine energy in business. We'll discuss energetic hygiene for entrepreneurs and clearing negative energy, receiving and expanding abundance, which is shifting from scarcity to overflow. Bonus month 5, we're going into growth and innovation, navigating transitions and pivots, collaboration over competition, scaling your impact, creating legacy-driven business goals, and then releasing blocks to success, letting go of fear and doubt and over control. And then we'll wrap it up with bonus month 6, reflection and expansion, where we'll celebrate our lessons and blessings. We'll simplify for sustainable success. Then we'll do vision casting for the next level, creating a 12-month blueprint. And finally, we'll close with embodying your highest entrepreneur self, where we integrate everything that we learned. So this concludes my presentation. I'm going to go through the chat after this recording, just in case you may have asked anything. And I look forward to hearing your thoughts and to connect with you. Thank you all so much for your active listening and your open hearts today. My deepest hope, again, is that I've inspired you to believe that you are worth everything your heart desires. The ideas and the downloads that come to you aren't just random. They are meant for you. Trust that divine nudge And as Les Brown says, I'd rather die empty than full of regret. So remember, oh, if there are ideas that you've been holding on to for a while, know that they may eventually move on to someone else because God, the universe, source, creator, needs them to exist for whatever reason. So don't wait and believe in yourself because we believe in you. And if you need support, please don't hesitate to reach out. My link tree will connect you to all my socials, my must have products, and all the latest updates. And if you want to dive deeper, book a call with me. I am grateful for you. Thanks for coming back to watch the replay. Again, thank you, Michelle, and Empowering Bosses Building Empires. Take care and aloha.